Hello everybody, today I'm eating a cheeseburger. I've always wanted to record a video, put out the napkins first. I've always wanted to record a video where I eat a cheeseburger, and so that's what I'm going to do today. Most importantly, I'm reviewing the first 3 episodes of The Boys Season 2 that came out today. And in case you hear dogs, the dogs are wild, and as everybody knows, dogs are the sworn enemy of cheeseburgers. So I'm being swarmed by vultures here. Anyway, with that, let's take a bite of this cheeseburger and talk about the boys. Before we get started on season 2, I want to briefly mention that also today Mike released a video comparing the TV show to the comics, because The Boys is based off of comics. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, published by an imprint of DC Comics, which is interesting. I don't remember what it was called, what the imprint was called. But, yeah, published by a subsidiary of DC Comics. Anyway, he did a video about that, really cool video. Basically, I just wanted to add to that and say that I feel like I tried to read the comics multiple times and I just can't get into it because it seems like they are too shocking just for the sake of being shocking. They seem very mean, and I think that the TV show is shocking and raunchy like the comics, but it's also good. I feel like the comics just exist to be shocking and but the TV show is those things, and it's better than those things. So I think that it's in one of the rare instances where the screen adaptation is better than the book. Anyway, season 2. Season 1 left on a genuinely good cliffhanger, and that was about a year ago, and I've been just waiting, eating my cheeseburger, waiting for season 2 to come out. And here it is. So episode 1 is, the boys, Butcher is off somewhere, and I think that they're going to, if I remember correctly, Amazon and Sony, because those are the 2 companies that actually make The Boys, it's not just Amazon, they're going to release a short film talking about where Butcher has been this whole time. And that's what I heard about a month ago. I don't know if they're still doing that, but it's going to be interesting. We get a little hint of that in episode 2, but I think it's probably going to be fleshed out. And by a short film, I'm probably going to be about 45 minutes long, like the length of an episode. Anyway, I think the dog just farted. Anyway, so yeah, the boys, Butcher's been gone, and so they're just kind of, they are being harbored, they're being hidden, I guess, by a trafficking ring. There's drugs, weapons, and as we learn towards the end of this episode, they're actually trafficking super terrorists as well. Because at the end of season 1, Homelander released Compound V Global so that in order to get the drug into the hands of the bad guys, so that the U.S. will put soups into the military. And so, as a repercussion of that, there are now super terrorists in America. And the one that we meet at the end of episode 1 and in episode 2, we find out is Kimiko, I think her name is, Kimiko's brother. Fun fact, in the comics, Kimiko doesn't actually have a name. They just call her the female because they don't know what to call her. But in the TV show, she's actually credited as the female, but they call her Kimiko. So it's less demeaning, I guess. Anyway, Kimiko's brother. I think we see a little bit of him. We saw a little bit of him in season 1 in the flashbacks. Yeah, so he's got the Compound V, and he can move stuff with his hands, telekinesis. And I really what I like about episode 2 is that we get to see more of the emotional side of Billy. Because in season 1 we didn't really see that, but in season 2 we get to see that because Becca and Ryan, he thought his wife and son died, and that was kind of the motivation for him in season 1. But at the end of season 2, he found out they were still alive, and so there's a lot more emotion here, and I think that Carl Urban does a very good job of that. Unfortunately, a lot of these first 3 episodes is wrapped around Vought and the Seven, and we don't spend as much time with the boys. And what I don't like about these episodes so far is that it seems like they're sympathizing too much with the Seven and the Soups. I would have much preferred if they were just evil and not fleshed out, because in season 1, basically Starlight was the only one that was like we could sympathize with. But now I think every member except Black Noir and Homelander we can kind of sympathize with. And that doesn't really, I don't like that as much, because I like evil superheroes. That's the premise of the show. And speaking of which, the new character, Stormfront, as they've announced, I think in July, I think they announced it. She's playing a character, I don't remember the actress's name, but playing a character, she's a white supremacist neo-Nazi. And that sounds fascinating, to have a superhero neo-Nazi. We haven't seen anything like that before. And we don't, in the first 2 episodes, we don't really see any of that. She's just kind of just like a feminist superhero. Or just kind of the opposite of a neo-Nazi, if you think about it. And so, she's basically just, in the first 2 episodes, an unfiltered social media person. But towards the end of episode 3, we kind of get to see probably my favorite scene of the... Yeah, I think one of my favorite scenes of these 3 episodes so far is the one at the end of episode 3 where Stormfront is just absolutely destroying the low-income housing and all of the minorities people that live there, just to find the one terrorist. And she says some racist things at the end, so I look forward to seeing that more explored racist superhero, because we haven't seen anything like that ever in any media, and I want to see that because it's unique. But yeah, so it's not fair to really compare these 3 episodes with season 1, because season 1 was a whole season of 8. I think it's 8 episodes, and this is only 3 episodes of season 2, so the story's not complete. But obviously I think these episodes are sort of laying the groundwork for the rest of the season, so all in all, I enjoyed it, but there was some boring parts with Vought and the Seven, and I wish we could spend more time with the boys. Probably we will, going forward, but right now, yeah, it was good. I liked it. I look forward to seeing what will come next. And I think I'll take one more bite of my burger, and then that'll be the end of the review, and I'll finish my burger in peace.